I'm David Mariner, Executive Director for Camp Rehoboth. We're delighted that you could join us tonight. Who'd have thought that this is where we'd meet up for Sundance 2020? Last year, my Sundance experience was quite different, as was yours, I'm sure. Labor Day traditionally caps off a summer of connections, friendship, and of course, hugs. My one Sundance was just a whirlwind of love, welcoming me into the community that we now call home. My husband, Kasan, and I really love it here. It wasn't the summer we planned, but maybe that is part of being full-time residents. It will be summer all year long. The love and kindness that I felt last year from the community at Sundance, the incredible amount of work that went into the event, the amazing support from so many engaged volunteers and donors. What an intro to this town. The town that you have helped build is awesome. All week, I've been connecting with Sundance supporters like you at our Sundance at Large events and online. For me, it's been a wonderful opportunity to have conversations with camp supporters, some of whom I haven't seen for months, and some that I'm meeting for the first time. Each conversation is a wonderful reminder of what makes this community special. Thanks for being part of Sundance this year. Today, we celebrate what is already a really successful Sundance. The party at your home is ready to rock, and the auction has seen action all week. I expect with just a few hours left, it will get smoking. I want to thank all of the people who have already helped make it a success. The hosts, supporters, sponsors, donors, volunteers, businesses, staff, board, and the organizers. Every person has proved my original impression of Rehoboth was on track. We also want to welcome you to our celebration of Camp Rehoboth's 30th year. We had a whole other vision of how we would observe this milestone, but the essence is the same, coming together to honor the work already done in advancing equality and to transition leadership without losing our genesis, setting our sights on a future that we can build together. This year alone, we've seen our Thrive program for youth grow tremendously. Changing of the guard is always tough, and I want to thank all of the staff for their hard work every day to make a community center with room for all of us. Whether we are at a party together or not, the truth is that we still need to roll up our sleeves and keep working to build a future of justice, freedom, and equity for all. So much of what we do depends on you, and we couldn't be more grateful that you find us worthy of your continuing support. Thank you. Let me turn this over to Murray Archibald, co-founder of both Camp Rehoboth and Sundance.
Hi there. Thanks for joining us for this experience. I've had a lot of Sundance experiences over the past 33 years, though nothing quite like this one. Still, I do have quite a collection of Sundance stories to tell. Let's see, the year the pipes in the bathroom burst, the year of the hurricane in the flooded auction room, the lone dancer we found on top of the truss one night after the dance ended. Oh, and Hedda Lettuce trying to climb the truss in the middle of the dance, and Sandra Arkin chasing her down. The year one of the 11-foot-tall flower arrangements collapsed an hour before the doors opened, which, by the way, led to one of my all-time favorite Sundance lines. Our head florist at the time, Robert Kabalchik, walked in, stood with his hands on his hips, and proclaimed loudly, "Well, it collapsed under the weight of its own beauty." We all love our stories, don't we? And we miss being together and creating new ones. So what is this experience all about? Well, I have to confess that back in April, when we started trying to figure out what a virtual Sundance could possibly look like, the only thing we knew for sure was that we wanted to have some kind of an event as a focus. Well, it will be an experience, someone said offhandedly, and it stuck. Yes, it will be the experience, we all agreed. And then we set to work trying to keep up with the deadlines rolling by at an already alarming pace. And, suddenly here we are at the experience. But still, in all honesty, this experience, like much of the virtual pandemic response, has continued to evolve on a daily basis. It's full of surprises, even for us. Maybe I should say, especially for us. We hope it reminds you of all the good work taking place at Camp Rehoboth. We hope it reminds you of that we are all united in love even if we can't be together dancing like we've done in previous years. And of course, we hope you know that we can't wait to dance together again once more. Don't forget, the online auction will close at 8 p.m. tonight, and I know there's something you just can't live without. And now, Camp Rehoboth's Development Director, Anita Broccolino. Thank you, Anita.
Well, thank you both, Murray and David. And happy anniversary, Camp Rehoboth, and all you Sundancers. It's truly my pleasure to be able to come to this organization and work with each and every one of you and to celebrate and to build our future. My first month has been quite an experience. And all kidding aside, it actually confirmed everything I had hoped for. There is so much love here, even during this challenging summer. There is so much work. Just in the last few weeks, in addition to all of our usual programs, we had Sundance, we had our audit, plus we had 2 major grants deadlines. And we can say we did them all. But there's also so much community here. And I want to thank each of you who have given of your time to make this work a real pleasure for me. So thank you. Right now, I would like to thank the Diamond and Gold sponsors by name. And before I do that, I just want to say that each and every one of you, our hosts, our supporters, our sponsors, volunteers, you've all made Sundance a huge success yet again. Last week at the kickoff, I noted that there were about, the number of individuals and businesses was at about 450 of the 500 we normally see. I actually stand corrected. Found out we did a tally, and this year, even with the global pandemic and all the economic upheaval, we are thrilled that we are actually, with hosts, supporters, sponsors, donors, we're probably well over 900 people. Thank you very much. Again, thank you to everyone in the Camp Rehoboth community. The number of people behind, Sundance, it's more than a number though. It represents a world of difference for the LGBTQ community everywhere. And that's whether you identify as gay, straight, lesbian, bisexual, transgender. We're working together because we want to redefine the world as united in love. So now on to a special thanks for our diamond sponsors. We thank Accent on Travel, Olivia Travel Companies, Sinorama, Smirnoff, and the Sibova Company. Our gold sponsors, Alan Jarman and Ward Ellinger, Chip DePaola, Len Smith, Randy Gross, Joanne Glessich and the Glessich Realty Group of Keller Williams, Suzanne Krupa and Terry Augusta, Rick and Kate Fisher, Sandra Arkin, and Stephen and Company Salon and Spa. Your support and participation means so much more than the dollars you contribute. And that it means to us that you believe in the world that we can create and change together. Please keep in touch with Camp. Please know that there are ways to participate still in socially distanced activities, which we will continue to roll out. And that Camp Rehoboth provides many different ways to feel connected, even if only by the phone or a Zoom call. Don't hesitate to reach out to us at Camp Rehoboth. We're here to serve you, and you are what makes Camp Rehoboth so special. So again, thank you. Thanks for joining us this evening. And now, take it away, team.
30 years of Camp Rehoboth.
33 years of Sundance.
We have come so far.
There is still work to be done.
We are ready and willing.
We are changing with the times.
We are united in love.
We continue to dance the Sundance.
We celebrate joy.
We celebrate hope.
We celebrate family.
We celebrate community.
We are united in love.
Happy Sundance!
Happy Sundance!
Happy Sundance.
We are united in love.
We are
United in love.
Happy Sundance.
Happy Sundance!
I'm Lauren Crawford, and I usually get to stand in front of you as your auctioneer. I do love the auctions at Camp Rehoboth, the community, the excitement, the enthusiasm. And I'm super bummed that we won't be together in the same room this year. Charity auctions are really my favorite type of auctions, and especially Sundance, because you all believe passionately, as I do, in the work of Camp Rehoboth. I see it when we are in person, and it has always been an honor for me to step on the stage, smack in the middle of the weekend. We raise so much money that supports the work of Camp Rehoboth all year long. This year, there are a lot of fun items in the auction. A trip from Olivia Travel, who always supports Camp Rehoboth. A natural gas charbroil grill with infrared broil. Lots of original artwork. Some Vera Bradley luggage, roller skates, pickleball lessons, lunch for up to 4 people, and lots of restaurant gift cards as always. Also, Camp Rehoboth decided to share some of the Sundance love with a few other nonprofits that share values in the work they do. Wow. This is why I love you guys. You know that every little bit helps. So PFLAG Rehoboth Beach, Emmanuel Shelter, and the Southern Delaware Alliance for Racial Justice, all organizations whose work has needed more support this year than ever before. Each have a few auction items and direct fund a need items that have been set aside for you to bid on, with proceeds going directly to those partners. We know that there is room for all and love to spare. You've proved it in the past. We will all miss the party, but the fundraising goes on. Look forward to see you out and about on all of Camp Rehoboth's events going on this week for Sundance 2020. Thanks again.
Hey there, I'm looking for some fun. I'm looking for a little celebration, and I think I found it right here at 2020 Sundance. Hey everybody, it's Miss Richfield 1981, and gosh, I'm so bummed we can't be together physically, like we like to do, and that beautiful community Camp Rehoboth has helped build, but we can be together still, united in love. Can't we? Oh yeah, we can do it just like we're doing now, virtually. And so I want you to go into your closet, get something fun out, some fun outfit, some fun music. I've actually selected the rainbow today, all the way down to my rainbow boots. Look at those. I bet you're jealous. I know, they're my faves. That's why I wore them. Anyway, and but do, if you can, be generous and give us a little donation for Camp Rehoboth. And they've been going through tough times like the rest of us. They had to put all their meetings, their support groups, their events all online, just like the rest of us did. And they did a great job doing that. So reward them with a little donation, if you will. And I do want to give them a happy 30th for Camp Rehoboth and a happy 2020 Sundance to everybody. And until I give you a real one, you're going to have to settle for one of these. Here it comes. Mwah! I love you, Rehoboth Beach.
Hello, I'm Greg Albright.
And I'm Wes Combs. Wasn't Miss Richfield great?
We've been affiliated with Camp Rehoboth for forever.
And now I'm serving as a member of the board.
We have 2 missions here tonight: to talk about the party
and talk about why Camp Rehoboth is so important to us.
It was such a tough thing to not have the event this year. We had hoped upon hope that the pandemic would have been more resolved by now, and we dreamed that we had been more than cautious. Unfortunately, the crisis is still upon so many people, and in our celebration, we do not want to forget them.
All summer, we've been putting on the best face for this fundraiser. As Camp Rehoboth continued with programs, outreach and advocacy, added new staff, adjusted to phases 1 and 2, remote classes, Zoom meetings, visits by appointments, the Sundance team made the show go on.
On the Camp Rehoboth website, under Sundance, is a page called Party in a Virtual Box that has some fun tips on having a party at your own house. It now includes a trivia game about camp and Rehoboth and all things gay.
And it also includes links to playlists on Mixcloud from all 3 of the Sundance DJs. We've been listening to them all week long, and there's so much to love. We're just bummed about missing the dance, but are so very grateful that we're able to continue our support of Camp Rehoboth through 2020. You know, we met here 30 years ago, and it's because of Camp Rehoboth that we really call this our home. Happy Sundance, everyone!
Sundance started 30 years ago, and it started because it was 1988, and so many people were dying of AIDS. Our friends were dying all up and down the coast, and everybody here in Rehoboth, all of our beach house friends just said, we need to do something. What can we do? So we started a fundraiser. It happened to be the 10th anniversary for my husband and I, and that was 30 years ago. So this would have been our 40th anniversary, and we've been doing Sundance all of those years, although Steve passed away this year. So this year's Sundance is in memory of Steve Elkins, who was the longtime executive director of Camp Rehoboth and the co-founder of both Sundance and Camp Rehoboth. The first night of Sundance is the Sundance auction, which is a huge cocktail party. We build the dance first, and then we put over 500 auction items out, and they're beautifully displayed, and people from all over the community have donated, and it brings in a lot of money. I don't have the totals yet, but it raised thousands of dollars last night, so we're very excited about that. Something that we're doing different this year is that instead of just the one DJ for the whole night, we have one of the Studio 54 DJs. He was a Saint DJ in New York in the 80s, and everybody's very, very excited about hearing him, and then he'll just blend right on into Joe Gotro, who is our Sundance DJ. On a personal note, this year is special to me because at last year's Sundance, my husband Steve was diagnosed with a return of a really terrible cancer. He was in the hospital starting 2 days after Sundance. So the entire year is sort of bracketed by Sundance for me. It was a rough year, but we got through it because we live in such an amazing community. And even for the last few months, there's been a tremendous outpouring of support all across the state and in Rehoboth. And this community is phenomenal, and I don't know what we would have done without them. So Sundance is special because of the place that Steve holds in our hearts and in our community, and for the work he did here and at Camp Rehoboth. It means a lot to me, but I think it means a lot to a lot of other people too.
Hello, I'm Sal. Working in community and in a nonprofit means working with committees. Here's a shout out to Camp Rehoboth's committees, the Health and Wellness Committee, the Arts Committee, and the Programming Committee. Being part of the community and talking about LGBTQ+ needs also means being part of working committees in our community. Thank you so much to the Sussex County Health Coalition, the Delaware Coalition Against Domestic Violence LGBTQ+ Working Group, the HIV Planning Committee, Pride Council, and BB Healthcare's Populations of Inequities Coalition. Thank you for being a community partner and including the voices of LGBTQ+ people in your daily work. You have taught me that when we all come together, we can accomplish so much more. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Carrie. Working at the front desk with social media and organizing volunteers means I see loads of people. I'm especially excited about collaborating with local artists and the arts team here at Camp Rehoboth to create new events like the socially distanced and outdoor Camp Rehoboth Handmade Market and our new virtual open mic night. This job has made me realize how many people are impacted by the work that we do and that we couldn't do it without your help.
Hi, I'm Congresswoman Lisa Blunt Rochester, and I'm so excited to be with you virtually today. It's no secret that these past few months have been tough for everyone, but I'm so overjoyed and reassured by the support for this year's 33rd Sundance and 30th anniversary of Camp Rehoboth. Especially in times like these, the work of organizations like Camp Rehoboth is just so crucial. We in Delaware are very lucky to have Camp Rehoboth providing education, resources, and support, along with a safe space to the members of our LGBTQ plus community. And I'm grateful for the work that all of you do. While we are not able to be together in person, I can still feel that sense of community. And I hope you can too. So again, thank you for all that you are doing and lending your time, your resources to Camp Rehoboth. And I can't wait to see you in person for the 34th Sundance next year.
Once again, we are back with our community partners, John Hultz from PFLAG, Ellen Hilton from Emmanuel Shelter, and Don Peterson from Southern Delaware Alliance for Racial Justice. We're going to continue our conversations here. So I'm going to ask each of you, can you tell us why the values of your organization are in line with those of Camp Rehoboth?
Hello, it's John Hulse again from PFLAG Rehoboth Beach. And PFLAG is an organization that believes in the value of every individual and creating a safe space for those who want to get together and find out more, whether there's questions or they need support in some other ways. We try to put our heads together to figure out how to educate ourselves and our community and to advocate until all hearts and minds respect, value, and affirm LGBTQ plus people. And that dovetails great with Camp Rehoboth. I know that, you know, Camp Rehoboth is known for all the great things that they do, and PFLAG just wants to, you know, surround that and offer our support, not only to people who are LGBTQ plus, but also family members and friends, all ages, and anyone who wants to find out more.
Hi, Ellen Hilton, Emmanuel Shelter again. And I think as I consider our values and Camp Rehoboth's values, we're both dedicated to creating a positive, safe, and dignified environment for those whose needs we serve. We want to create a community for the ones who share a common issue. I think both of us do that. And we offer acceptance rather than stigmatization. That's one reason we're so excited about moving into permanent supportive housing this year to get a community organized for some of the more chronic homeless people. And we both believe in educating the public and the idea that so long as there's greater community understanding, then there's more likely to be harmony rather than tension with the projects we have.
I'm Don Peterson with the Southern Delaware Alliance for Racial Justice. You know, our mission at the Alliance is to educate, inform, and advocate on issues of racial justice, equality, and fair opportunity. I think that's what CAMP does for the LGBTQ community. At its most basic level, right? It's all about equality for everyone, with everyone being treated equitably and with respect. CAMP powerfully speaks out for everyone in the LGBTQ community, both to counter discrimination and to help change the narrative of what it means to be gay. And that's what the Alliance does for people of color, speaking out against discrimination and helping to change the narrative of what it means to be a person of color in this country today. We truly believe that racism hurts everyone. We hear a lot about the intersectionality between and among marginalized groups, oppression, suppression. So whether it's racism, genderism, sexism, homophobia, or any other ism, it requires groups like ours to stay vigilant and to speak out.
Thank you all. It's a pleasure to have you here and to hear about your organization. So thank you for sharing with us today, and thank you for your service to our community.
Hello, Sundance. You are my 26th Sundance. And here we are, ladies, gentlemen, and germs, in the great big Petri dish of Rehoboth Beach, masking up, staying in our own bubbles, and meeting virtually. I think fondly of last year's Sundance when we sold out the convention center twice in one night for two dances in one, where I danced my disco heart out, and at 9:30 p.m., the median age of the dance floor dropped by 40 years. I think less fondly of the 2009 auction, when I was trying to bid up one for the team and accidentally bought a $1,000 painting. It's harder to do that with the virtual auction, and for that, I am thankful. I think fondly of all our wonderful hosts and sponsors who stepped up this year, even though it's so different. And by the way, thanks to our Women's Fest sponsors who did the same thing, making Women's Fest 2020 the most successful event that never happened. Bravo to all you generous souls. Well, this year, we may be dancing in our own living rooms, dining not on exquisite restaurant canapes, but our own junk food, drinking from our own open bar, and wishing we could touch and hug and cheer together to celebrate Sundance 2020. Instead of watching Murray do his late night fan dance, I will have to do the dance by myself. Cue the Bee Gees, and lucky that only my spouse and my dog will witness it. But please take comfort, Sundancers. We're free to be you and me, partying along at home while we count our blessings and raise some big bucks for camp. We're playing it safe, bidding online, dancing, and celebrating Sundance once again. What an amazing community Camp Rehoboth has built here. Enjoy it. I love you all. Now go Sundance.
United States Senator for the state of Delaware, former governor, congressman, treasurer, retired Navy captain, last Vietnam veteran serving in the U.S. Senate. And my family and I have been coming here since before our boys were born. They're now 30 and 32. And we've always felt welcome here. And I think for a long time, people have come here to Rehoboth and in part Camp Rehoboth, because the word Rehoboth translates to mean really a place for everything, a place for all. We live in a country right now where our national leadership is more interested in dividing people, turning us against each other, and that's not just the key to being a successful state or nation or town. We're stronger together. One of the great things about Camp Rehoboth, it always reminds us of this, we're stronger together. And to be more inclusive, to really embrace the golden rule is the key for, I think, for a lot of things, treat other people the way we want to be treated. That's sort of the undercurrent for Camp Rehoboth, and a good reminder for each and every one of us.
Hello, it's me, Mario Cantone. Well, due to COVID, the 501c3 LGBT program in South Delaware auction is a virtual auction this year. Virtual, which means there's distance. There's a camera between you, or a phone, or a laptop, or an iPad, or a maxi pad. I don't know. All I know is this. There'll be no drunken bidding wars to drive up the funds this year for fun. So you're gonna stay home, you're gonna drink, and you're gonna bid. Because guess what? Camp Rehoboth is very important and we need it. We need to raise funds for the LGBTQ LMNOPQRSTUVYZ program. All right? All right, so go bid, get out there and bid. Get your phones, get your laptops and bid on this because it's a great cause. A great cause. We love Camp Rehoboth. I hope I'm saying it right. Rehoboth. Camp Rehoboth of you. How about that? All right. Andrew Bird called me up and said, could you do this for the kids? I said, of course, I'll do anything for the children. Just like Faye Dunaway. It's all for the children. All right. Bid, please. It's a great cause.
Using the online platform is easy. When you arrive from a desktop, the screen will look something like this. Here are 5 things to know. Look for 3 bars in the corner where you will find further menus. To browse the site, your favorites, special options, and the ability to filter by category is here. You can place maximum bids and favorite packages to watch. There is a scroll option over the categories so that you can see them all. Select a category of interest and click on it, and the system automatically filters for that category. You can click on a particular item, read the description, place your bid. To return to the main screen, press the up arrow. On the home page, there's a Learn to Bid button where you can get more information on how to bid. And when you're ready to start bidding, click the Start Bidding button to register. The system will be able to communicate with you then and let you know whether or not you have maxed out your max bids or whether any of the items of interest are available or if you have been outbid. Good luck.
We're back again with Edward, Charles, and Beth to continue our discussion on Camp Rehoboth programs. I'd like to start by asking each of you, what is the one thing you want folks to know about Camp Rehoboth and you?
Well, I live in Seaford, and I am delighted that Camp Rehoboth is becoming even more inclusive, which is hard to believe, but they've been making wonderful outreach into the hinterlands. And there's service for our youth in schools, as well as, I believe, AIDS testing out here in the far west. And the virtual programs have really been wonderful to reach those of us who aren't at the beach.
Okay. Well, for me, I would have to say the men's group again, because it's really given me a sense of community. I moved here from New York City, and I was frankly kind of anxious about what the LGBTQ community would be like here and how inclusive it might turn out to be. And I have really found a home at Camp Rehoboth, and feel like it's a very important part of my my life here in semi-retirement in lower, slower Delaware. So that's been the thing that's helped me the most. Friendships have developed outside the group, and it's just been wonderful.
I think that, like, I really like that this past year they've been reaching, like Beth said, into the community, like especially from a youth standpoint, where I was in this GSA and I felt like our GSA was a little alienated from a lot of the other GSAs in the area. But there's been things for us to meet each other and to learn about each other and to like meet new people from like up north too. So I've really enjoyed that we've had more connection between different youth programs in the schools as well.
Great. We have one more question here. What is your hope for the future of Camp Rehoboth?
I hope that Camp Rehoboth continues to reach beyond the beach and support LGBTQ folks and their allies all over Southern California. I also hope that the virtual programs continue, because it's nice, especially in season, not to have to battle traffic to connect with them.
I would really like people to know that no matter what their background or their history is, there is a place for you at Camp Rehoboth. There are activities that you can become involved in. And if there is something that you wish to see and don't see, you can talk to somebody about getting something going that you're interested in. And that kind of openness to new ideas and the support that is given to people who are trying to move things in new directions, I think that's very important. So you can run it up the flagpole and see if anybody salutes, and it's just great. So that's what I'd like people to know.
Thank you.
I would like, I guess it's a little bit hard right now to see this happening in the future because of COVID, but like, I guess more meetings with different GSAs, maybe like little pocket meetings, or just like, I guess, days where it's like, oh hey, here is a day and place where we can hang out and be cool.
Hello, Camp Rehoboth. It's me, the queen of snark and eyelashes, Magnolia Applebottom, coming to you pre-recorded at the fabulous dressing room here at the Blue Moon Restaurant, Bar, Resort, Spa, and Riverfront Casino. Your neighbors right next door, just popping in to say a quick hello and congratulations and happy anniversary. 30 years of Camp Rehoboth and 33 years of Sundance. Such an accomplishment that is so amazing. Congratulations, happy anniversary, and thank you all so much for what you do over at Camp Rehoboth. You guys really make a difference in this community, and I just have to say thank you for supporting local businesses and local entertainers like myself. It really makes a difference, and you guys really put in a lot of hard work to make a difference in our community, and we can't do it without you. But fun fact, I'm about to celebrate my 30th birthday. However, I think we will be celebrating a little differently. You guys will be having social distancing fundraisers and events, and really reminiscing about 30 years of Camp Rehoboth, and I most likely will be crying into a toilet bowl because somebody thought it was a good idea to give Magnolia 30 raspberry kamikaze shots. But regardless, I'm sure drinks will be flowing, and but congratulations, Camp Rehoboth and Sundance. And unfortunately, things I know are a little different this year, and I cannot wait to see everybody again, and maybe next year we can all dance and get back to normal like things were. But until then, you will be seeing me, and I will be seeing you waving through a window. Segway, 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 segway. We're going to do a little ditty from Dear Evan Hansen.
Yes.
And this is Nate Buccieri on the keys, everybody. Give it up for Nate.
And of course, again, the lovely Magnolia Applebottom. Yes.
I love this song.
I love this song too. And I love
love you. I love you. I'm glad you just wore one of your like dress down outfits for the occasion.
You know, I just got done vacuuming and decided to come down and sing a little ditty. Hope you don't mind.
I've learned to slip the print before I even turn the key, before I make the mistake, before I leave with the worst of me. Give them no reason to stare. No slipping up if you slip away. So I got nothing to share. No, I got nothing to say. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you learn. Because you learn. On the outside, always looking in. Never be more than I've always been, 'cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window. I try to speak but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass me, waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? We start with stars in our eyes. We start believing that we belong. But every sun doesn't rise, and no one tells you where you went wrong. Step out of the sun if you keep getting burned. Step out of the sun because you learn. Because you learn. On the outside, always looking in. I'll never be more than I've always been. 'Cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window. I try to speak but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass, waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving? You're falling in a forest, there's nobody around. Tell me about it. You ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest, there's nobody around. Do you ever really crash? Even make a sound? Thinking if I was falling in a forest, there's nobody around. Do you ever really crash or even make a sound? When you're falling in a forest and there's nobody around, do you ever really crash or even make a sound? It's like I've never made a sound. Would I ever make the sound? It's like I've never made a sound. Could you ever make that sound? Yep, you sure can. That's just like the everything's okay alarm, right? It's a twister. I hope not. I think we're okay. Everything seems all right.
Happy hour.
Dorothy! 6, 5, 8! On the outside, always looking in. I'll never be more than I'll always be, 'cause I'm tapping on the glass, waving through a window. I try to speak but nobody can hear, so I wait around for an answer to appear while I'm watching people pass, waving through a window. Can anybody see? Is anybody waving back at me? Is anybody waving? Oh, this is a beautiful Miss Magnolia. Everybody, on the keys. Thank you all so much.
I'm U.S. Senator Chris Coons. Congratulations and good evening. Thanks for letting me join you in the annual celebration of Camp Rehoboth's United in Love event. 33 years it's been of Sundance and more than 30 years of Camp Rehoboth, the largest LGBTQ plus community center and organization in our state, well known and respected as the heart of the community. Founded by my dear late friend Steve Elkins and by Murray Archibald to promote the arts and health programs, to fight against discrimination, to promote political awareness, enhanced relationships with the community, and the resources to help sustain it. So please, let's remember, this is the most important fundraiser of the year. Please support this event, this organization. Join me in donating, and I'm so grateful you let me be a part of this wonderful annual celebration.
This won't work. Here we go. All right, sorry. Any bid you can bid, I can go higher. I can bid higher, cause I like to win.
Though you may like to win, I will outbid you. Max, I'll win everything, it ain't no sin.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. If you want artwork, well, I can outbid you. I can outbid you on artwork you like.
You bid on yoga class, so I bid higher. Though you may need some class, go take a hike.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't. No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
A book by Deepak Chopra.
Ooh, it's lunch with Oprah.
A ball signed by DiMaggio.
A week at the Bellagio.
I just bid on gourmet cheese.
And only on that? Are you correct? I will win everything, you better face it. I will win everything, you're gonna lose.
You can win everything, Doug got the cheeses.
Try to bid higher, you'll need platform shoes.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Don't tell me not to bid, I simply got to. I'm going to Madrid, and that's without you. Don't tell me not to bid on everything I see.
Don't want to be outbid, that's such a bummer. This isn't any way to end the summer.
Oh, don't be such a pain, just keep up your charade.
I'm gonna win and win now. Get what I want, I know how.
All by myself, I'm a gang. One bid for the whole shebang.
I'm spending my whole nest egg. Too much to spend in a plague. Camp Rehoboth, here I am.
I bid my butt off.
There's plenty left.
Until all cut off. But I outbid you.
You'll never have the power.
Did you?
We've only got an hour.
We're running out of time, and I'm still bidding.
Can't spend another
You
dime.
must be kidding.
Nobody, nobody is gonna rain on my
Oh, wow, that was great. Loved it. So I have to tell you, a development director's job like mine, it can be a little bit of a tricky one. I get to talk all day about really good things that we are accomplishing here at Camp Rehoboth, but I also need to convey the urgencies that mean how much we still need your support. While we celebrate 30 years, it also means we need to kind of hitch up our pants and look to the future, and we've come really far. And but the socioeconomic and political climate right now, it requires more vigilance, not less. What a center looks like now, what our stakeholders need, we're challenged to do more, not less. And much like in our own homes, things sometimes need upgrading and replacing. We've had to do so much more and move more of Camp Rehoboth of what we do online. And now we've found we actually serve many more people, not less. We find that our reach has actually extended way beyond just Sussex County, more broadly within Delaware and even beyond the Delaware borders. In other words, COVID has actually provided us an opportunity to see that Camp Rehoboth and what we serve and who we are serving, it's more apparent and more important to our community's well-being and our health, mental health, than ever before. So I actually have a direct request to those in the industries that maybe are actually surviving, possibly thriving at this time, or if you've just found yourself this year somehow with more, not less, some of us have, then we're going to ask you to share a little more liberally with Camp Rehoboth. Maybe through Sundance, maybe through a direct donation to our Camp Rehoboth website. Just please remember, we don't have the ticketed crowd, we don't have the live auction this year, which brought in some big donations and which many of you who are watching right now used to be a part of. So if you normally would have purchased a ticket or bid on some of the live auction items, we're going to ask you to go a little extra step and maybe go to our online auction and bid there. Add an extra donation under the Camp Rehoboth Fund a Match button. Those Fund a Match are actually being used to help us meet a necessary match for a grant. So we get the right amount and we'll get the grant money. And that's going to help us get into the 21st century as well. We can serve more of you with our programs, we can provide more services that you need, and it'll allow us to continue to reach deeper into the community to help others have that sense of community during this time. We will continue to provide all we do as we have to the services to the LGBT community, our allies, everyone in Delaware. So please, if you can, do more and give more, not less. We promise to keep doing more through camp programming, and we need those funds to continue doing so. All right, so feel free always to drop into the office if you'd like to drop off a donation as well. We would love to see you in a socially distanced format, and we'd love to have you say hello to us. So, okay, that's the end of this serious money talk. I was required to give that, and we can now move on. Continue to dance, continue to have a great time. This is our Sundance, your Sundance. It's our community Sundance. Remember, the auction goes until 8 p.m. this evening. Bid, bid, bid. Please bid up as much as you can. Get online and do that on behalf of everyone at Camp Rehoboth, our co-chairs, our staff, the board, all of our incredible dedicated volunteers, both for Sundance and throughout the year for all of our programming. We thank you. Happy Sundance 2020. Take it away, Murray.
Hi there again. Hope you learned something or had a little fun tonight. I miss dancing with you, but don't forget to check out the Sundance music on Mixcloud and send us a video of your party. And I just heard we have a late sponsor. Thank you, Community Bank Delaware. And thank you all. Now go dance and bid. You've still got an hour.
I was lost and incomplete. I didn't know where I should go. 1,000 pounds upon my soul, and you came from nowhere, and everything fell into place. You make it better every day. You take me away. You know